there is no chance for our generation to realize the purpose of creation other than going according to what Baal HaSulam, who was the incarnation of the Ari, and what he did for us. We have to trust what he tells us and try not to hold on to the exterior of his books, but rather to somehow reach his spirit. It's like a little child that wants to be next to the adult. There is no other way to rise from the lower degree to the higher degree unless by clinging to the achap of the upper level. And clinging to it means that we want to reveal his spirit, his flavor, his nature, not the nature of the person, but that internality, how he lives and feels godliness. His way of thinking, his attitude, his approach. Because it's not him, it's not the person here, it's a higher level. It really is something quite unique that from the whole realm of the Holy Scriptures, everything narrows down to one author. It's not customary among people who want to study all these things to approach the Creator. How can you explain that, not just in the sense of that it's like that, but what is the reasonable explanation for a person who wants to understand why is it so? Because it's not usual thing. We exist in a world from which we have to rise to the spiritual world in order to allow us to draw the light that will correct us and raise us to that level. The adapter is the books of Kabbalah, which tie us to the souls of the Kabbalists who wrote them. As we read externally with our eyes, as we read the text, we connect with our soul, well, what we have from our soul, to the author, and then through his soul we receive the illumination to us. And from all those unique Kabbalists who used the language of Kabbalah, we especially distinguish the Ari, and after him, Baal HaSulam. Where the language is the language that is suitable for our souls to look for their connection with the achap of the upper level. And accordingly, the intensity, since this is the language of Kabbalah, the intensity is greater in how it influences us. The surrounding light that shines on us is in its intensity greater, and it fits the coarseness of our souls. So it turns out that from the entire what's called holy literature, which is written in the languages of Halakha, Mikra, Agadah, Bible legend, and so on, we cannot be assisted by those writings. And from the entire Kabbalah literature, we can only be assisted by the writings of the Ari, or more accurately, Baal HaSulam, who took those writings and adapted them to our souls. And same thing with the Zohar. It's a special book. It's not a book, really. It's something that's hard for me to explain. It's some sort of a device. And with the addition of the commentary of Baal HaSulam, who adapted it to our generation, we are able to use it, and then, as for today, we don't have anything left but the writings of Baal HaSulam, which are all based on Ari and the Zohar.